Still need to do some last-minute shopping? Well, Inside Drag Racing has some gift ideas for the racer in your family from the PRI Trade Show. Of course, this might honor a slightly different Immaculate Conception.
Ted filmed me when I was a virgin. Boy, that'll put some age on you.
Oh, boy.
Welcome, drag race fans, to another edition of Inside Drag Racing. We're coming to you this week from the PRI show in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm Ted Jones, your host, and let's get things started right away with speed. You want speed? You want to know the latest? We're talking to Harry Ruska right here with Precision Turbo. You know Donnie Walsh's Pro Mod set all kind of records, but you did that with a limited turbo.
Yes, we did it with the 88 millimeter turbo, Ted, but this turbocharger that we're going to have for 2015 is 102 millimeter. If 547 wasn't fast enough, this turbocharger is going to give 500 horsepower more for 2015.
And when you talk about the millimeter, you're talking about this opening right here.
That's right, 102 millimeter.
Okay, now part of a turbocharger is the wastegate. That's another control point. You've got something new in that too.
Yes, we do, Ted. We have a new actuator on our wastegate that gives a feedback loop to the race pack so we can identify the position of the wastegate.
Okay, now another important thing is the torque converter. Tell me about this.
We learned a lot in 2014, and we're going to have an all-new converter for 2015 that's going to be bolt together, that we change the internals for better performance.
Harry, and what are we hooking the torque converter to?
You're hooking it to the new quick drive unit that we used in 2014. We're #1 qualifier twice in NHRA with this unit. And the coolest thing about it is we can stage the car with a turbo car any position on the track we want to be. It's very smooth, very soft, drives right into the beams.
And now you have something brand new that ties all this together.
Absolutely, Ted. We've got a new phone app on our Big Stuff 3 data acquisition system for fuel injection. And look what it does. When the driver's done with his run, he can pick up his phone, hit a button, push a replay, and send our data anywhere in the world, my pit area, my home, to another country.
Wow, that's incredible. Latest technology from Precision Turbo. That's why you watch Inside Drag Racing, to find out about all this new stuff. I've got more. Well, stopping by at ARP, we had to find out the latest from Chris Ratchke. Chris, what do we got right here?
Well, we have several different kits that we're offering now. One of the start of the kit here is the blower jive bolts that hold the jive pulley onto the blower itself. A lot of guys have got a really nice polished supercharger on their car. Open the hood, the first thing you see is that pulley, and they have a commercial grade piece of hardware that might be rusting. It just doesn't look really sharp. You can add our kits, high strength, 12-point stainless, and really improve the looks of your car.
Yeah, a lot of times this is sticking up out of the hood. That's why they do it. They want you to see it.
Yeah, and they are in the environment if you do drive your car out in the weather too. So our high-strength stainless will not rust or corrode.
Okay, and then also up here.
Yeah, we've done the bearing case bolts, so the bearing retainers are all done on 12-point here, so we have kits that'll cover those applications.
Okay, and then you got something really unique I've never seen before. Tell me about this for the carburetor.
Yeah, our carburetor stud kits feature a starting nose, so whenever you put the nut on, you can actually take and set the nut onto the stud, and then with one finger spin the nut onto the stud. And so that's going to ease it when you get tight, like a dual carb setup here. You're trying to reach around the back, or if you're racing the car, you need to change the jets, and you need to get the carburetor off quickly. That's going to help you do that.
That's neat. I've never seen that, so you don't have to do the deal where you back it up and try and find it and don't cross-thread it.
Correct.
Boy, all the latest thing from ARP. You guys are always on the cutting edge. If you want to find out more, go to their website, arp-bolts.com. So now let's talk about uniforms. Everybody's got to have uniforms in drag racing, and these are the people. They're the official uniform company for NHRA and many of the pro team sportsman uniforms, everybody, huh?
Oh yes, we're one of the largest manufacturers of American-made sublimated apparel.
Okay, now, if I don't have a layout for the really fancy uniforms like this right up here or that, you do it?
Yes, part of our package is we do all the design work for you, including the shirt and the artwork. We'll get your image down, that's what we do for you.
Okay, is there a minimum buy? Do I have to have a crew of 10 or 12 guys?
Most people, they think that only the big crews can afford these. You can buy as few as 6 shirts. You got to support the small racer because he eventually becomes the big racer.
Yeah, and you know, he wants to win that Best Appearing Crew Award too.
And we've won quite a few of those.
Yes, you have indeed. Now, if they want more information, do you have a website?
Yes, you want to go to advertisingedge.com or customraceshirts.com.
Now, you also have a catalog, and I was looking in there. You do more than uniforms.
Oh yes, we do embroidery, we do screen printed sportswear, we do promotional items, and USA-made sublimated sportswear.
So if you want to get something to maybe give people at Christmas or something like that, your sponsors?
Oh yes, companies' Christmas gifts, end of the year gifts are very popular.
So where's the catalog?
The catalog, if you go to the website, you can order it there or call us at 1-800-258-9774 and we'll send you one.
Okay, everything you always wanted to know about uniforms, but we're afraid to ask right here on Inside Drag Racing. Inside Drag Racing is brought to you by ARP, the world leader in fastener technology. And by Advertising Edge, custom branded merchandise made easy. And by Precision Turbo and Engine, the winning edge in boosted performance. And by Race Gas, get more out of your engine. Welcome back to Inside Drag Racing, coming to you from the Performance Racing Industry Show in Indianapolis, Indiana. And I'm actually in the Roush Yates booth, but I'm talking to Luis with VR12. What's up on that?
Well, VR12 is the ultimate cooling system protection, and we've been very proud to join up with Roush Yates. As you know, they have the best engines around. Whom better than them to hook up and get this product out to the market?
We have a couple jugs right here illustrating something with VR12. Tell me about that.
Well, it's very simple. This is a typical racing coolant. This is water, and this is rust and corrosion oxidations taking place in here. Same water using VR12. This is what comes out of it. You keep every metal, everything in the cooling system working to peak performance. That's what VR12 is all about.
And you should probably flush the radiator out when you add this in to get rid of that if it's there, right?
Absolutely. Once you see this, there's a problem. And usually a racer's biggest investment is their engines. And their cooling system, they're using water. And this is what water does with time. Water creates electrolysis in these engines. This is the way we should keep it. And by the way, it's environmentally friendly, USDA approved, biodegradable. Good for the tracks, good for the drivers, good for our future of our children's children.
That's why the container is green. So Roush Yates now carries VR12.
Absolutely. The bottom line is VR12 works. We know the product works from putting in our engines. We had a great validation this year with the ARCA Championship with Mason Mitchell. We use the product every week. The elimination of electrolysis is very big in the engine. It allows us to run cooler temperatures over time by preventing the oxidation and the electrolysis in the engine. It also gives us longevity in the aluminum cylinder as we race.
Okay, and I notice you have a brand new school of technology too at Roush Yates. Also, another neat program is Be Cool to Your Vehicle. Go to the VR12 website on your screen right here to learn more about that. Saying, well, if you're talking about drag racing, you got to be talking about race fuel, and it can get real expensive if you buy it at your local drag strip, or you can make your own. Enter Dan Muldowney and Race Gas. How do you make your own race gas?
Well, our product's really pretty straightforward. 2 ounces of our product per gallon to regular pump gas raises the octane by 4 full numbers. So for example, if you had 93, you would now have a 97. Add 2 ounces on top of that, you would now have 102, and so on. We can get as high as 107 predictably. We do have customers that blend higher than that. I don't particularly recommend it, but 107 is really safe for us.
So let's take our typical Mustang racer, and he's going out for the weekend, and he has a race tune, but he has a street tune.
Having the ability to flash your ECU, have a race tune on it, switch it, load our product in with your regular pump gas, let it idle for a minute for the rail to fill, go out and drag race, and then switch it back and drive home. I mean, what more could you ask for?
And let's say you have one of the older cars that had to have what we used to call high test. Can you help us there?
Absolutely we can. If you're looking to increase your base octane, maybe you're starting with 87, you want to get 93, 94, an ounce or two of my product will definitely achieve that for you. What is also nice about our product for the old muscle cars is the fact that we add a lead substitute in that will help with lubrication on the valve, seats, guides, and the top end of the piston.
So if they want more information, do you have a website?
We do. It's www.race-gas.com.
By the way, you sell this in cans, you sell it by 55-gallon drum.
We sell in 32-ounce cans, 16-ounce cans, and 1-gallon containers. And if you buy a case, obviously, we give you a discount.
Always interested in discounts. Drag racers, hey, you no longer have to pay that ridiculous high price at your local drag strip. Take some of this and make your own. Okay, drag racers, so you need to raise your, in this case, a Corvette up, or whatever you take to the drag strip and do it very quickly, maybe change the tires, wheels, what have you. Quick Jack. Tell me about Quick Jack.
Yeah, well, the Quick Jack, we have two available products. We have the 3500 BL and the BL 5000. I have them both available in 110 power unit, and I also have available in a 12-volt power unit, which makes it totally portable at the racetrack.
It's two separate units, so no matter how wide the car or the vehicle you're raising is, right?
That's correct. It doesn't matter. So you can have it as narrow as you want or as wide as you like.
And it's got the compressor and everything with it.
Yes, it does. It's a factual 110 power unit, and it comes with all quick disconnects. So if you wanted to have it at the home or at the garage, you can have it there as well, or take it to the shop and plug it into a generator.
And to get it to fit well, it looks like you got some rubber blocks there.
Yes, sir. It comes with a standard 3-inch block, and it comes with a standard 1/2-inch block.
So whatever you need, you can
Yes,
get it
sir.
to fit about anything.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
And it looks like you have one you can just drive up on that end, huh?
Yes, you can do that, or you can set it in the narrow position, drive over it, spread it out, or have it in the wide position and drive over it and bring it back in.
Or you could just push it underneath the car.
Yes, sir.
And it looks like it's got wheels for moving it around.
Yes, it does. The 3500 capacity weighs actually 45 pounds, which is great, so you can roll it around the shop. My 5000 capacity weighs 65 pounds, and it also has wheels, so you're not physically lifting 65 pounds. You can just roll it in and out of the garage as you wish.
Boy, really neat deal. If a lot of racers, or you know what, guys, if you work in your car in your garage at home, this takes no space or anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, check it out. QuickJack.com. Welcome back to Inside Drag Racing, coming to you from the PRI show in Indianapolis, Indiana. In the ARP booth, I found the most incredible 1953 Studebaker. If you could tell that it was a 53 Studebaker, radically customized, and this is the guy that built it. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Alan Johnson. You call this the Stupid Baker?
Well, I didn't call it the Stupid Baker. That was the customer's wife. Every month she would send a check. That's what she would put on the note.
That's the whole deal. Okay, tell me about the car. What is its intention?
We're wanting to be the first 300-mile-an-hour door car to run naturally aspirated.
So we're talking salt flats here?
Yes, in Bonneville Salt Flats.
Okay, land speed, record attempt. Tell us about the motor and the drivetrain.
The motor's automotive specialist Keith Dorton and his son Jeff did this SB2 small block, 368 cubic inches, naturally aspirated with a 1450 carburetor on it. It's making a little over 900 horsepower.
Now, I noticed too, the parachutes are way out here, and you have what looks like a wheelie bar turned the wrong way.
That's a push bar because the car is geared so low, and then with linking up the clutch, you don't want to spin the tires leaving away from the line, so we push start the car to about 25, 30 miles an hour, and the driver pulls away.
What is it coming down over the roof I see right there?
That's the roof rail. For SCTA rules, anything over 200 mile an hour has to have the roof rails on it for stability. If the car gets sideways, it kind of helps straighten the car up.
And the same thing right back here?
Same thing on the spill plates on the back, and we've got strakes underneath the car that run the full length as well. I mean, we did all the aero work in computer model before we ever started on the car to know what our aero package was.
Are those exhausts I see through the back there?
Yes, the exhaust does come all the way through the car, and again, that helps clean up the air coming off the back of the car, where normally everybody just exits out of the side because that's the easiest thing to do.
And I understand you've got ARP fasteners all over this car.
Exclusively. One, because of their strength. We use ARP in all of our hot rod builds more for beauty than strength, but for this car, it's got to have the strength, and then everything's stainless because of the harsh environment at Bonneville. Otherwise, we're replacing throwing bolts away after every trip out there because of how corrosive the environment is.
What's your prediction?
It's going to run over 300. It's just a matter of when.
Everybody likes inside drag racing when you have John Force involved, and we caught up with him. He was at the Dart and Sleeves booth. You know, they sleeve these top fuel engines and everything, and so Force uses Dart and Sleeves, so he came to their booth to sign autographs, It was always, as usual, very interesting.
I'm over here with my friend Dave and all of his employees that we work together. He helps me win championships, and I help him sell product.
You got out of the oil business and back into the oil business.
Well, yeah, Castrol been a great partner with me. It's almost 30 years. And naturally, Ford Motor Company, 16, 17 years. I've got a new manufacturer, can't say it yet, but Lucas signed us. They help all types of motorsports.
You're 65 years old. How much longer?
Different than NASCAR, IndyCar, where you got to be out there for 3 or 4 hours. Those guys train, they stay in shape. I work out in the gym every other day just to keep up with the kids. But the race car and drag racing, we're talking about 4, 5, 6 seconds of actually, when you fire that motor, of making a run, the burnout, backing up, staging, making the run. The race car really does the running. The reason I got into drag racing when I was a kid, I had polio in my right leg, a little bit shorter, and I wanted to play football, and I played in high school. I went into college, and I realized there was no future. And my uncle said, you've raced cars since 10th grade when you first had a driver's license. Why don't you get a race car, let it do the running for you? I love NHRA drag racing. It's all I know. I've been doing it since like I said, since I was 14 and a half, when I first got my permit to drive my mom to work, and then I drove right down the racetrack. Illegally, but we don't do that anymore. Never.
So, a few more years of John Ford.
Oh, I'm not quitting. I'm gonna go till I drop. See, you gotta understand, I grew up in a little trailer court with 5 brothers and sisters. Now I'm in the world's biggest trailer court with all my friends and all the fans. That's where I wanna be. I ain't gonna be on a rocking chair on my porch. When I go down, it's gonna be at a drag strip. That way I can get some TV and sell some t-shirts.
Okay, you had John Ford's autographed guitar. What's gonna happen?
We're raffling it off here at PRI, and it goes to our foundation, the Quarter Mile Foundation, where we're filming the legends of the industry and the sport of drag racing from post-World War II until the end of the 80s, and it's going to be a multi-series documentary film for major network television, and it's in production right now.
And you're doing it to preserve the history of drag racing.
Absolutely. It has not been done in 60 years. I thought about this about 4 years ago, saying we need to chronicle this history of our pioneers that brought us to where we are today. I mean, look at what we have today. And we need to recognize and celebrate their lives and what they did for passion and for love and no money.
All right, then let's put a period on it. Anybody wants to get involved in it, make a donation or something, website?
Yes, they can come to our quartermilefoundation.org or project1320.com and make a tax-deductible donation, or they can buy merchandise. We have cool stuff out there like this, and we're going to be raffling off, more guitars, and they are a limited edition. We're only making one.
Inside Drag Racing has been brought to you by ARP, the world leader in fastener technology. And by VR12, ultimate cooling system protection. And by 4tire.com. In other words, we've got what you need. And by Borla Exhaust, we build excitement. Welcome back to Inside Drag Racing, coming to you from the PRI show. Well, there was a big announcement. NHRA and the Real Pro Mod Association, RPM, you probably followed the NHRA Pro Modified series, some of the greatest pro modified racing. They've renewed it for 2015, and they made the announcement right here in the Aeromotive booth.
We're here to announce that J&A Service is going to be the sponsor of the 2015 NHRA Pro Mod series. NHRA will run at 10 national events around the country. We'll have a $200,000 purse that'll be available. And also, we want to thank Sheikh Khalid for all his support from all the years of his service and especially this past year with this company, Speed Tech.
You know, J&A Service is a well servicing company, and that's what they do. They're a national company, and they service wells after completion all over the country. And just great people, real down to earth, really excited about our program, and we're happy to have them involved with the Pro Mod series. You know, we're really proud of the car counts that we have, the quality of the racing that we have, the quality of the teams that are coming out to race with us is fantastic, and I think we've done a really good job of putting on a good show for NHRA, the fans, and for all the racers. So I want to thank everybody that's out there and putting in the time and the effort to make this happen.
Want to thank our national event sponsors, obviously Steve Matusik and Aeromotive, Jegs, Harry, Precision Turbo and Engine, Mid-Atlantic Energy, Protect the Harvest, Forrest Lucas is coming board, Red Horse Racing, Mickey Thompson, J.E. Pistons, Larry Jeffers, obviously Jerry Bickle and Jerry Hawes and Brad Anderson. We have new sponsors coming on board for the 15 series. They include Roger Lamb's Componentry Company, Quick Drive, which are a torque converter drive ends company, and Matt Bierman at MBE Cylinder Heads. Thank everyone for coming very, very much.
Tom the Mongoose McEwen, you keep hanging around with these Pro Mod guys.
Well, I'm over here with Stevie and trying to find out how to drive. I didn't drive, and so I'm trying to watch him what I should have done.
Right, so no chance of getting you in a Pro Modified?
I still have one.
Uh-oh, you need a driver?
I need a driver and somebody with some money.
Okay, folks, there you are. You want to run a Pro Modified, is it a Ford?
It's a Ford Mustang, and it can be in the top 5 cars at any time someone wants to go racing.
Okay, now, is it a nitrous car?
No, it's a blower car.
Oh, okay.
We got to penalize the turbos and add weight to the nitrous cars and a little bit more overdrive to the blowers, and I think that'll, be good for next year.
Whatever we got to do to win.
You'll see all the Pro Modified races playing right here on MAV TV. Now, in case you're curious and want to know more about the show, we caught up with the show's manager, John Kilroy.
We have 1,175 companies exhibiting here, and as you can see from yesterday, they're all pretty happy.
Yeah, I mean, they're clear out the hall out there.
Yeah, we sold out the exhibit hall, so we created some space out in the lobby areas, and it's pretty fantastic.
Almost like a waiting line to get in, huh?
It is. This is the world's largest gathering of motorsports professionals, so if you're manufacturing some new kind of speed component, this is where you want to be because you can meet with the people, promote your product, and then establish a distribution network to sell it.
About how many people attend here over 3 days?
We promote that there'll be 40,000 people here altogether. Last year we got up to about 45,000 probably. This year will probably be a little bit more.
You know, Indianapolis has to love this. You returned it from Orlando here. It's got to be a boost to their economy.
They really like performance racing industry. I think for generating revenue for the city, we're the #1 event inside the convention center. The racers come from all over the country, and they come from 70 countries as well. And they just go out and enjoy each other's company at night. They just have a ball at night in downtown Indy.
Yeah, and it's a good central location. I mean, this is kind of like the hotbed of racing, Indianapolis is.
It really is. They just have a heritage here. They speak racing, so they know what we're doing here, and then throughout the year, they know what racers do. So we feel very comfortable here. There's a racing culture here, and they welcome us.
If someone wants to attend, have a booth here, or somebody would like to attend as a spectator and everything like that, if they go to your website?
Yeah, just go to the website, performanceracing.com, and you'll find out all you need to know about PRI. And then the key thing is it's trade only, so we're not open to the public. You have to have a racing business, a speed store, race engine shop, part of a professional race team to get in.
Okay, John, well, congratulations on another great show.
All right, thank you so much. We're having fun.
That wraps up another season of Inside Drag Racing, but we'll be back next year with more. For more information, go to masterstv.com.